Susu assumed that carrying the pastor's baby made her untouchable, but she was wrong. For the first 2 weeks, Susu lived like absolute royalty, snapping pictures of her new designer bags and posting them online to make her friends jealous. Madame Becca visited every other day, drinking expensive wine on the leather sofas and praising her daughter for finally securing their billionaire lifestyle. But it didn't take long for Susu to see Ezekiel's true character. Everything changed one normal Sunday morning, barely 2 months into the pregnancy. While Pastor Ezekiel was dressing up for church, Susu sat on the sofa scrolling through her phone laughing at Instagram reels.
Susu, why are you not dressed for church?
Pastor Ezekiel asked in a sharp tone.
Please, I do not have anything to wear. It's not like I'm a Mother Teresa like Chika. Don't worry, next week I will follow you to church.
Chika said rudely, while her eyes still focused on her brand new 17 Pro Max. Pastor Ezekiel said nothing. He stared at her for a moment, smiled, and quietly left for church alone. But the moment he returned, he unleashed hell on her. He beat Susu mercilessly, striking her over and over again until she collapsed helplessly to the floor. The beating was so violent and severe that she could barely stand or even walk afterward. In pain and desperation, Susu hid in the bathroom and called her mother for help. When Madame Becca rushed over to the mansion, she tried to use a gentle approach to settle the matter peacefully. But Pastor Ezekiel was completely out of control, and instead of listening, he beat Madame Becca up as well and dragged her out of the mansion gates, throwing her to the floor like a piece of trash before dragging Susu back in and locking her inside. For 2 whole days, Ezekiel completely denied Susu food and water, keeping her trapped inside her room like a prisoner. Before he finally let her out, he issued a dark, threatening warning. If she or her mother ever dared to speak of the matter or post it online, he would destroy them both. After Ezekiel left for his usual meetings, Susu went over to her mother's house in sheer desperation and begged her mother and stepfather to please not send her back to the mansion. But her mother snapped, forgetting the fact that she was also beaten like a child and thrown out.
You want to leave and go where, Susu? Do you want our enemies and Chika to laugh at us? After all we did to get you into that house, you want to leave because of a small beating. Better go back to Ezekiel and give him his heir so we can finally escape poverty.
Susu watched as her own mother's greed wasn't even exceptional. Her mother didn't care if she lived or died. Susu angrily left her mother's house and returned back to the mansion, not aware of the horrible situation she was about stepping into.